ADA, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if we refer to our analysis email last video when the price was within this move, we mentioned we can expect the price to give us a correction. That's why I mentioned whoever wants to look for buy or sell, that's when they want to look for trade, they have to wait. And exactly this is what we get. Okay, the way is correcting, that's mean we can expect to get the continuation. We can expect to look for buy. But before that, we move to higher time frame because we mentioned based on daily chart, we can expect the price to correct, consolidate here for a longer time before we get the reversal. Then how we can look for trade, whether we should look for buy or sell, whether we can look for this one as a correction and relative to this sharp move for the continuation, or still we can look this one as a flat, or since the price haven't broke this low, we can look at this one as a 1 2 3, the price move a bit higher, give us one more drop. How we can look at this. All right, in this case we want to see how we can look for trade. First of all, we should know that most of the charts they have a similar movement. Some of them, the low, I mean the when we move to the second wave, the price have broke the previous low. Some of them similar ADA yet haven't, since most of them they're following the Bitcoin. All right, then whether this is the first move and this is a correction and this is one is going to be either correction or the last move, or even we look at this one as the internal flat in relative to this, I mean we have different options to look for. The only times you can put separately if they don't have the similar movement. We need to know about this. I mentioned because I want to see how we can look at this one. All right, if this is the only correction and this is the start of the up move, the only way to look for trade having entry above this. Rather than that, we don't have any other option to look for trade. All right, but we should know if we want to have entry above this top. What we want the price in case the sharp break and continue. And if the price tag we see is not moving in the first or second hours, we take with the trade. Okay, but if the price continues as a corrective move, we are not going to have entry above this. Now, traders, they should know having entry above this can be really risky, but it's one of the way we can look for trade in case the price reverse will continue from here. And even if we get any trade set up from this correction in relative to this move, the first target is 1.82. Okay, now having entry above the top is really risky. It depends on the traders. What's the best? The best to look for buy if this one gives us one more drop and we can look for this flat. And if we get any drop with the breakout of this low, this is where we can look for 1.35 to 1.27. That means if the price drop anywhere within this moon, this zone, if we get any reversal, we can look for buy. Okay, that means we can look for buy, but this one we want to turn to deeper move, at least with the breakout of this low drop to at least 1.35. Then beside that, if the price drop, can we look for sell? As a short term, we don't have any trade set up. Since it's a short term, having entry below this is not a really good idea. And even if anyone get the trade for sell, this is the targets where they need to look for. Then if I move to 15 minutes, do we have the sell setup? We don't have it. Unless we get a sharp move flag, maybe we can consider for sell. All right. Then the best thing is right now we're looking for this one as a flat for one more drop. Then from there, we can refer to the indicators. We see whether we have a divergence or not. How about if we get one more drop? Why we don't want to buy at this one in case the price continue from here? But how about if we get one more drop, then it gives us a correction for continuation, similar to what we get here, every correction. That's why I mentioned if you want to look for buy, let this one turn be a flat, any drop with the breakout of this low, then if we get the reversal, we can look for buy. Because when the price drop, we can expect to get the correction for continuation. Exactly similar what we get here. This is the reasons why we don't want to buy within this at this correction. Okay, then how we can look for buy? If we want to look for buy, at least we get one more drop. Then from there, if we see any reversal, we can look for buy. Even if based on 15 minutes, we see whether we have a divergence or not. And we expect if we get one more drop, at least the price drop to this zone before we get look for reversal. And how about in case if the price sharply reverse from here, having entry above this? We want to see the sharp move break and continue, not the price. If the price tag we see is not moving within the first or second hours, we look for, we should take out the trade. Then, if we're looking for the deeper correction, as I mentioned, can we look for sell? Any sell will be a short-term sell because what we have based on 15 minutes, even if you want to look for sell, the only way is to have entry below this, which is not a really good idea. Similar to what we could, the way we could trade from within this move. But when we are trading within this move, we knew that this is the start of the up move. We had the confirmation. This is the start of the up move because that's why we simply any of them we could look for trade. But we don't know this is the start of the down move because if I move to 1 hour chart, even if I want to put this one and relative to this as a flat, it doesn't give me any confirmation because of this. Second, I don't see the divergence here to look for. Unless this one give me one move up, I see the divergence, then we can, from there, maybe we can look for one more drop. Okay, that's mean to confirm this is the start of the down move. We don't have any confirmation. The only thing is we want this one to turn to deeper correction. Then any trade from there for buy we could look for. Anyway, right now we don't have any trade setup. I explained how we can look at this chart. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update to trade setup, I will share. Thanks.